I'm starting with okay. So, hi guys, welcome to the High Entropy, and it's day 50 of DSA learning. And yesterday I was trying to solve a problem. I took it very lightly, but it was little complex. And with recursion, it was throwing. You can say I was getting TLE. So definitely we need to solve it using another approach. And I tried it for like I streamed for 2 hours. So I tried it for 2 hours and I felt like okay, it's not going to help me. Otherwise, I will waste my time. So I decided okay, let's do it tomorrow. But you know one thing, this is the first time like in last 48 days I was solving at least one problem every day. But this is the first time when haven't solved any problem. And that day I haven't attempted, and reason was simple because I have to jump into the AI after that, and I did not get time. And because of this all live streaming and all, my food chain, or you can say food cycle, everything is badly impacted. But still I'm hoping like soon I'll fix everything. And reason is just I need to learn one time, so I have to cover everything till graph and all, and then we are going to revise it and it will be easy, everything will be smooth. So I'm hoping for the best and fingers crossed. And yeah, let's see. So let's jump and solve that problem. Still I was like in office and I was thinking okay, if I have to fill the tape using table, because still I haven't checked. I just watched the video and I haven't gone through the complete video, just saw the logic like how recursion will work, but recursion is not able to handle it. So definitely we need to use tabular method. And tabular method, how much time it was taking? Order of I, order of j into z into something, like it was taking big number. Hi guys, welcome to the yeah. Let's see. So let's jump and solve the problem. Still, I was like, so I'm expecting like, actually I have something logic in my mind, but I'm not sure if it is right or wrong, because I'm gonna use three loops, and I'm little worried if it will be like extra pressure on it. I don't know. Otherwise, I have to go through the video again. But I'm expecting like I will be able to solve it as per my logic if everything is going great. So we need to use 3D DP. So it's literally it's difficult to visualize everything. It's for the first time I'm going through a 3D DP. But yeah, that's no problem. Sometimes like we are late, but we are learning something, and that is the most important thing we should always focus on. We are here to master the things, and for that sometimes things take times, not times, time. Things take time, so it is okay until you are not being overwhelmed or something. Everything is good. Everything is fair in love and war, and it's a war between me and my career. You can say that is about to get courier, and internet is also like I think battling. I don't know why it's very slow. Maybe some issue, network issue, but at least it should open something. Love isn't the best place to find it. Okay, so I learned few lines of lyrics of this song, so that I used to hum. For example, club isn't the best place to find lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at a table doing sorts, and I just learned one more line, and drinking fast and talking slow. You come over, something like that. There is, I don't know, man. Next lines. Ninja. So we need to solve Ninja and his friend. So first let me see what is time constraints of this problem, and we need to jump into another problem actually. I'm targeting two problems. Let's see if everything is going. Oh wow, I see hard problems. And there are so many hard problems. Wow. Definitely we are going to learn a lot of things from this. And DP is most important part. So I will give time properly. I will learn. I will absorb things in a way that is needed, pretty much needed. By the way, I do not know why it is taking time complexity, it should work, right? I just know if the logic is correct, then it should work for all the cases. But let's forget about that. So this is our thing, like J1, J2, J2 will be C minus 1 and I equals to 0. Okay, so here we are not solving using this. We are going to solve it using table method. So my idea is simple. I will walk you through first what I am thinking, then will let me know. I'm not gonna see the comments, that's the problem. So thing is simple. We are given some array, grid we are calling it, and grid be having some values. Okay, so here we are picking 0th column starting with 0 and C minus 1, and here we have till R minus 1 from 1. Okay, now these are the rows different. So simply what I learned from that particular video watching tutorial thing is like this both needs to be move simultaneously to next row. For example, if J1 and J2 are at J1 is at 0 and J2 is at C minus 1, then when they are moving to next row, I plus 1, you can say if they are at I, then they will move to I plus 1. So thing is, whatever decision you are taking, like if suppose you are taking J1, what are the different options for J? It's like minus 1, 0 and plus 1, right? Same for this, minus 1, 0, plus 1. And when, so what you will do, you will pick one from it and you will pick any one of it, and then you will move to next step and you will calculate what is the value. If the value is correct, then you will say, okay, now let me try for minus 1 with this one, minus 1 with this one. So all three options with the same with this one. I mean, I'm just telling you here. So you will go with all three options you are going to try out. Same for this one, all three options. So total there will be 9 for each. You can say I movement from I and J1, J2. There are all like when you are moving to next step, there are 9 options. Okay, so you are going to try out all and whatever the minimum. And here the thing is like when you are, for example, if you are at J1, J2 and J1 and J2 both are same, this is one condition. And the next step where you are moving, so if J1 and J2 are same, that means you don't need to consider it twice, right? Perfect, because this is the same element, so you will consider it only once. So that is the thing that we learned so far. Now what I need to do, I need to build it using, and yeah, it's a little difficult, but yeah, I will try to explain because I was not able to observe it. So my observation, what is first layer, we don't have anything like to move above. So here if you see, we need to think in reverse direction. So what are the different movement that you can get from it? Like to reach to a particular location, you are trying out like all possible 9 options you have, right? So you can go to that particular location. For example, if you are at I, J1 and J2, so what are the different options you are trying? Like okay, J1 it could be this one, and J2 this could be 0, minus 1, all, and same for other one. So in reverse way, like if you are targeting to this location, there are 9 options from which you can reach to this location. Okay, so you will compare, okay, what are the different 9 options and plus this value, and you will add this and you will make it. But in the first row, so that means you are always going to look for above options, right? So if suppose you are here, you are reaching to here, then you have all, first is like you are moving like this, another is option like you are moving from this, and similarly, so these are the options for J1 and similarly for J2. So for each J1 and J2 there are multiple options. So if you are at J1, J2, then there are 9 options that are available and you are going to consider those. Okay, so we are going to do the same. For the first row, you don't have anything above to move. So you will say like, okay, we don't have anything to move. Like look for from the top row. So whatever the value that you have at J1 and Z2. Oh man, he just called now. I'll be back in. हेलो. हाँ भैया. हाँ आ रहा है, 1 मिनट. कहाँ हो आप? लेक व्यू के सामने. आपको वो टैंकर वाली गली पे आना है. हाँ मैं आ रहा हूँ, 1 मिनट. आप टैंकर वाली गली पे आ जाओ, मैं 320A पे आ रहा हूँ. हाँ ठीक है, थैंक यू. Okay, I'm back again. I don't know. Now I'll breathe little high because I just came, like, I stepped outside and just came back. So I went 2 floors down and went back again. So that's why I don't know if you can see my you can see my screen, you can hear. The problem is you can't see my face. Okay, I hope it will work. I wasn't expecting like he will come so soon. I scheduled it so that I was expecting 10:30 or around that he will be back. He will come. Okay, no problem. We are going to have it later. Definitely. So J1, J2. So okay. So I think it will be a little difficult for me to explain it to you, and still I'm not sure if it will work, or maybe my analogy is wrong, but I'm thinking like it should work. So first thing is like I will create a memory of 3D memory. So mem will be nothing but let's say for table. So it won't be, we won't call it memory, we will call it table. Okay, so idea is simple. We are going to create 3D memory, and what we'll do. Okay, so what are the different value grid? See, it could be 0, right? That's why I'll take float of -inf and for underscore. I haven't took the row and column, so r will be nothing but len of g, and c will be nothing but len of g of 0, and let's call, okay, leave, forget it. So underscore in range C, so number of columns, and for each column we have to create a one more row that will be inside it. So it will be again for underscore in range C, and then the final one will be for underscore in range. And this is simple thing, but just we are creating 3D matrix, so number of columns will be twice. Okay, it will be rows, number of rows. So we have table, and first thing is like we need to fill. Okay, so I will do one thing. I will start with for I equals to 0. Okay, for I in range. So what are the different rows? R you will say. For J, so here we will be having 2J. J1 in range, you will say C. Okay, right now. For J2 in range and C, and yeah, I'm thinking like it's correct. So J1 J2 we took, and for J1 J2, for each J1 J2 we need to check in the backward direction, okay, in the above row, like what are the different options from where to you can reach to J1 J2. So you will be having, just think in reverse, like if you are at J1 J2, you are going to explore 9 options around you. In the same way you are going to explore 9 options above you. Okay, so you have J1, you have J2. Now our goal is to find the, so if I, okay, now for first thing I'll do one thing. If I equals to 0, then that means we don't need to check anything. Simply what you need to do, the value that you have in the grid, if J1 not equals to J2, then simply you will say what, let's say result will be nothing but float of minus I and F. Okay, and we have to maximize it. So if J1 and J2, let's say first take example of equal, both are equal, then definitely we need to consider only one cell, right? If J1 and J2 values are same, though both are pointing to the same location, then we don't need to consider only one of the Alice or Bob is going to pick the chocolates. So that's why I'm thinking like, okay, what will be it? It will be like you can take J1 or J2, anyone. So G of, okay, result is nothing but mean of max of result, and so far what is the value? G of I will be 0, J1, let's take J1. Else if it is not the case, for other cases, then result will be max of result and G of I, and you will take J1 plus J2, both can be I and J2. Okay, so this is the condition like when you are at the first layer. Else if you are not at the first layer, then you are going to do little extra effort. So for I in range or in, just explore -1 0, okay, not I, DJ 1 in, you will say okay 0 -1 0 and +1. I know it should be in one option, let me do it. Explore, if you know it's the same value that I took in the past. Now you will say explore DJ1, and similarly you will say for DJ2 in explore. So you have DJ1, DJ2. For each delta movement you are going to do what? So you will be having here result is still float INF, either you are going to this or this. So you have result something. Now you want to maximize it. So for each DJ1 you have something like DJ2. So you will say okay, no problem. Result will be nothing but max of whatever you value that you are getting from the cell, plus you are going to add this cell as well. So okay, first thing we will conclude fin I, fin J1 equals to nothing but what it will be, final J1, I mean yeah, yeah, you can say pj1, previous j1. Okay, so previous j1 will be j1 plus, okay, plus dj1. Okay, and pj2 is nothing but p j2 plus dj2. I mean, little awkward, weird, and pi, previous I will be nothing but I minus 1. Yeah, so these are the values that you have right now. And now you are going to calculate. Okay, no problem. You have these values, and now you will say, okay, so this is the previous cell that from which I am looking for the value. Okay, so you will say, okay, table of I, and I just wanted to cross check. You got this. If pj1 is less than 0, or pj1 greater than equals to c, or pj2 less than 0, or pj2 greater than equals to c. Okay, so if anything this is condition, this means it's a boundary condition, you are out of this. So you will say result equals to you will say, okay, result, I mean, yeah, max of result, and you will say what, float of inf. This definitely, this value will be float of inf. Else, if this is not the case, that means it is in within the pj2, then result will be nothing but, you can say, you are not getting anything from backside, but still you have something. Okay, so that means you are out of the bound. So okay, I have one thing for here for sure, that is the value of okay, z of I and z1 and no, I mean, yeah, okay, I mean, two things will be here, ji z1 plus gi z2 if z1 not equals to z2. Okay, I think I don't need to compute it again and again, so what I'll do, let's current current val, I'm just calling it. Okay, so it's like the existing cell's value. If z1 not equals to z2, that means you, okay, z2, okay, that means you should consider both gi z1, gi z2, else consider only one of them, gi and z1. And similarly, if this is the case, then you don't need to, you will say current val you are considering. Else, that means if it is not the case, max of result, and okay, then you will say current val plus you are going to take one more thing, that is previous cell value. So table of I minus, okay, here we'll say pi previous in I and p z1 p z. Thank god, if everything works I will be very happy. The logic that I'm writing, I know it looks little awkward, but it is like that only. And finally you got the value for particular z1 z2 p z1 z2, and you got value like from all other options. Now you will say table of I and z1 and z2 equals to result. Finally, you will return result of table of I z1, not z1, I and z, whatever you are taking, you will say 0 and c minus 1. I think everything is good. Let me just once cross check. If 0, explore this, then you said dz1, dz2 and z1, whatever the value right now you have pz1, so you added this one, z2, pz2, I, previous I, current value, zi plus g plus g1, j1 plus gi j2, if j1 not equals to j2 is gi j1. Okay, now okay, that is the case here. And where is the boundary condition you're taking care of? And yeah, because z1 z2 will be here only, so yeah, z1 z2 we don't need to check. z1 gi, here you sit checking about out of boundary greater than equals to c, pj2 pj1 or pj2 0 less than 0, result current value, otherwise else this current value plus table pi p previous I pj1 and pj2. Just let me think, if I equals to 0, then you are getting from this. So I think everything is looking good for me so far. This is the first thing. Oh god, it's not working. I wasn't expecting it. What I did, I mean I should be something here that is not expected this. Where the result will be. Yeah, now I am thinking like where the result will be. 0. Oh, n minus 1. No, reverse direction. I'm blank. It's still same. What? Let me print table first. Am I going to spend more time today on this only? No, now I need to visualize it. I don't think I will be able to visualize it. God. This is something. These are the different rows of it. No, I can't. It's pretty difficult for me. Oh, wow. How much time I spent on it on writing the code? 30 minutes. Man, still not doing zero. You created all the values with zero. Now you are in the layer 0. Z1, Z2 in range C. Now what if Z1 equals to Z2 result? Got one thing for sure, that I never added table here. What about that table I and Z? Z1, Z2 equals to result. I think now it should work. As per my logic, it should work. Let's see. No worries. If it won't work, we'll learn it again. Woohoo! Wow! I'm just expecting it to work for all the cases. Fingers crossed. Let's see what's going to happen. All is well, all is well, all is well. I don't know what's going to happen. It's like, when you have you watched? Oh man, it's not failed, and this is big case said runtime error. What error we are getting? Are you crazy? Who will see this? We are not getting time limit exceeded, but we are getting something that is strange. Runtime error means you are getting something. Oh, I mean, yeah, it could be like I'm printing the table that is. I noticed so many times. It could be the same. I mean, yeah, if you are printing in console, I remember like in some time it happened. So I'm expecting that only the case. Fingers crossed again. Fingers crossed. Oh man, it's not working. Time limit exceeded on test case 1. How? Really? I mean, am I missing something or what? Because time limit should not be the case in both the conditions. Oh God. but it should work. Yeah, I mean, where is the problem, man? God, something is not right. Let's see. Let me see a tutorial, no problem. And if you see, they are using 2D array. Great, something is new. For current row, add next row. So 2D array means you are just keeping the slice. Yes, you added the last row result. What you did? C1, C2. Grid R row minus 1 Z1 if C1 equals to Z2. Okay, so bottom to up you are moving. No problem if you are moving from bottom to up. I mean, yeah, I think so. It should be the case. Otherwise, I'm just doing something different. You filled the next. Now you started processing. R minus 1 you filled. Now you are filling R rth row. Hey bro, let me take that as a no problem. I will do that way also. So okay. Why time diminutive exceeded I'm getting? That should not be the case. If I'm taking table of this size, Z1, Z2, we kept the same, and instead of starting from, we will do other thing. What we'll do? We'll start from R minus 1 to, we need to move to 0, and minus 1. Z1 will remain the same. 0 to C, we need to check. And here you fill I equals to 0 instead of that, we'll say R minus 1. You will do Z1, Z2, create this, you filled the values. I will be this one, J1 will be J1 will do this. Okay, good. So far everything looking good. Previous row -1 minus 0. Okay, I never thought in this way. And here instead of this you will do pi I plus 1. Wow. And yeah, and you will return 0 of 0 c minus 1. Let's see. I think it should return the same result. But I'm just worried like something is not good. I mean some sort of mistake I made. So first thing, let's take, it will be r minus 1 to 0, and every time you are taking -1. J1 will in range 0 to C, 0 to in C. J1 plus Gi Z2. You are another and yeah, I did something fishy. In the first row, we are getting minus I now. Why? Last row I forgot to. I'm missing loop also. Still, I'm feeling like something will be. What is wrong, man? I'm just able to solve it with this help of this. Let me submit it. Let's see. If everything that means something, somewhere I'm missing something. Only the problem is I'm not taking table that previous next. Could it be the problem? No problem, I'll take this as well. We're gonna learn and experiment. So current I'll take current will be for float for underscore in range C. Okay, this is one thing we need to do it for underscore in range C. So we got 2 there, and same for the previous. And so each time what you will do, instead of taking table, if I equals to r minus 1, then you will say previous. See, that means you will say okay, current J1 J2, you are filling the current row, right? So you will say okay, no problem, current J1 J2. You filled it, first row. Now okay, you will fill previous. So what you will do now, you will say okay, here we are going to store and use the previous table. So table, where is that? You are using table right somewhere. You will see here, you will see previous. I will take table. Is there anything else where we are taking table? Okay, and you will say just let me calculate current, and finally you calculated current. Okay, we need to omit this. Okay, no worries, I will take previous P7 P2. So we are storing in the previous, no, we are fetching from the previous and then we are storing in the current. And at the end, once you completed the current and previous, then what you will do, now you got previous. So okay, before we moving to next layer, you can say okay, done for the J1 J2 I. So you will do one thing, that we need to make previous equals to current. So now this row is calculated and we need to move to the previous, and finally you will say previous oh I'm busy, I added something fishy. First you did something like previous, you calculated for the first time previous, that will be the last layer. You will say okay, last you are calculating, and then what you are doing, if you are in the last, now you are calculating current J1 J2 result. You calculated the result. Current is nothing but current value, previous you are taking from the previous value, P7 P2. So can I check table if we are using somewhere? Uh, how I mean, how much time I spent today? Comfort food solution. So it's like struggling for more than 3 hours. Tomorrow, yesterday, 2 hours. Now today. And now, if I have to compare the code, I'll compare it line by line. Hey, why I'm doing this? Okay, he used 0. I'm doing the same thing here, so it's great. It will work as it is. Hmm. What should I do now? Crazy. I feel like everything is looking similar to this code. Could it be one thing I just noticed? This saying like okay. So let's see. It could be this reason. Python mistake. Python mistake. Reference issue. Pancho. So this is not the case. Let's see if it is. It will work. If not, then I have something somewhere else issue. I mean, yeah, there is issue. Definitely for sure. I think my original one code was also perfect. Only the problem is somewhere something is. So I mean, yeah, I won't be able to detect, and I always it happens with me. ChatGPT, I'll take. I don't like to use ChatGPT, but bug. Still there is bug, man. Ah, that same code they are running and it's working, and for me it's not working. What is the issue? Something I'm missing here for sure. Editorial. I mean, it happens. Why? What's wrong with it? I just want to use. Okay, let's see. Grid 0. You took this. I in raise R minus 2. 2 minus 1 minus 1. Z1 in range C, Z2 in range C, max C equals to 0. Try all non-possible moves. I did the same, bro. Check grid bounds. Current value, even my somehow luckily current value is matching. I never expected this. Current value, I did the same type of thing. G1, Z1, Z1. So maximum chocolate position. I will ask ChatGPT. If I have to use ChatGPT, then what is the meaning of me? Give the jobs to ChatGPT, man. Better. Fuck off. Because Really? I'm just expecting one thing here. What if I change to 0? Let's see. Something is not. I mean, yeah. I tried the same approach, but where is the problem, man? Hey, I'm using the same test case, but it is running. So what do you expect me? Look, time limit exceeded on test case 1. Bro. Yeah. God. What I'm missing? Let me see if someone has responded or what. I don't know. I'm only watching my video. That's the problem. God. Okay. So what should I do? Shall I copy paste? Test case is small. Failed on sample test case. God, for God's sake, don't say like this. I'm getting same result, bro. What's your problem? Okay, let me do it one thing. Bug. Not a bug, man. Okay, let me do one thing. Ninja and his friends. Bro, I do not want to go anywhere else. I'm using this platform because simple thing is what is the problem here? Next, previous I took Z1 in range C, Z2 in range this. Okay, let me. Okay, one thing. I just wanted to debug it. So, hey, what the heck? Just sort you out. Let me do one thing. Okay, I won't calculate it. Let's assume. Just wanted to see. For Z1, Z2. Okay, result you got Z if Z1 equals to Z2. You will say 0, R minus 1. wanted to test out where is the bug coming from. Z1, Z2. I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, no problem, bro. Now I will say r minus 2 and it won't be there. Just go to hell. Try. What happened? Okay. Let me see if that is the case. Okay, so that means this is not the problem. Okay, what one thing I'll do. Can it be? Just trying to debug it. Let me test out. I'll try out all possible options first, because I think I similar kind of issue I faced in the past. Time limit exceeded. So there is something that is wrong. I do not know what is wrong. Z1 in range C, Z2 in range C. Okay, let me do this. So result we got result what value we are expecting in result. We kept 0 and here result is nothing but Everything looks same. Add. I mean, I'm just making identical code, just checking what I'll get. PKL. Okay. What that bad? What? Only this condition was killing me. Really? Let me try this option. Okay. No worries. I just wanted to test it out. PC1 should be uh, greater than equals to 0 and should be less than C, and 2 should be greater than equals to 0, less than C. This is the only condition that was killing me. I'm for sure I will. No, now I need to compare it again. Text compare online. I just wanted to understand actually if it is the condition, then how. This is my previous code, last successfully executed code. Stop it. What the heck? Just paste. What is this, bro? Where is the problem? I'm not getting what exactly is happening.